Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo. Happy New Year! I hope that this year is full of great toys, new toys for old properties that we've been buying for years. I cannot wait to buy some new Star Wars stuff. Been going for 40 years. Some new Marvel stuff. Been going for years and years. Hopefully some DC stuff. I'm hoping for the best there. Maybe with the new year I've just been, contemplating my life, my decisions. So much money spent on toys and such. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Ah, to hell with that. Toys are too fun. I love them too much. Not going anywhere. But let's talk about some, Boss Fight Studios, some NECA, some Marvel stuff from here, some Marvel stuff from there, Star Wars from over here, some Star Wars. First up, new promotional pictures of the Marvel Select Thor Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk popped up this week. I'm always down for a good Hulk. I love the Marvel Legends ones, the Build-A-Figure one I just put together, but I'm always willing to try more. I'll take good toys of interesting characters from any company that'll give them to me. So I'll have to give this a shot. It kind of worries me that the promotional shot of the figure itself is just the same pose, just turned in another direction. But if this was the prototype, maybe it didn't move. I'm super interested in seeing how the final range of movement on the actual figure itself turns out. It should be out sometime this month, next month, whenever it pops up. Now here's a line. I have no attachment to the character, so I've never commented on before, but after seeing Bucky O'Hare on everybody's top 10, top 5, top 17 of 2017, I looked at the pictures and it does look like a fantastic figure. Boss Fight Studios seems to have knocked it out of the park, and my interest in it could not come at a better time because Wave 2 is now up for pre-order. Now Boss Fight is reusing some tooling for Wave 2, but that's just a smart thing to do whenever you're a small action figure company trying to, appease the masses. Wave 2 consists of Astral Projection Jenny, Stealth Mission Bucky, which I may like a little bit better than the first one, but I've always got to have a clean version. If I have a, an alternate version, I gotta have the original version too. That's just the way I am. And then there's Chief Gunner's mate, Deadeye Duck. Very interesting design. Like I said, I have no attachment to this. I don't know what I was doing when this cartoon was out. I kind of remember the name, but I absolutely do not remember anything about the property. But good toys are good toys. A good toy will make me go back and get something, or even get something that I have no interest in the first place. And after hearing everybody gush over this figure, I'm going to have to end up with a couple of them. Now the figures are priced at $35 a piece, but until January 9th, there is a deal that you can get all three figures for $100. And these should ship in second quarter of this year. I'm going to have to get used to saying 2018 or this year. Some of the pre-orders we've talked about last year, I've gotten so used to saying, next year. So I may be doing that for the next 6 months. More than likely I will. One of the things about the Amazing Yamaguchi line is that the sculptor likes to tease future figures and the sculpt and the articulation on his Twitter account, and the upcoming Captain America is no different. He's got that thing just going all out. I think in my brain though, in my mind's eye, I think of Cap as always being the stoic guy, holding the flag, leading the troops. Yes, I picture him fighting. It's just hard for me personally to picture him going all crazy. It's kind of like the Magneto figure. I don't picture Magneto doing kung fu and everything else. I know Captain America can. I don't know. Maybe it's the build. Maybe it's the character. I don't know. But I'm glad to have articulation for those poses. Now they did cut back on the articulation on Magneto. I don't know if it was for that fact or just that figure, or they're always, changing things. He's a little bit less posable than the rest of the line. So if Captain America's like that, I'm okay too. But going by these pictures, you're going to be able to get most poses that you want. And there's also teases for the upcoming Carnage. This has already been solicited, but it's good to see other poses. Now, this crazy crouch pose, I cannot wait to do this, but you can see right here that the eyes look like they're kind of popping out from the head. I think it'll look better once the black and red's there. The black will blend into the other black. Right now it's just gray. You can see every little joint, every little cut, every little blemish on the figure. And then scale-wise between Venom, Venom, and the Spider-Man, Carnage looks to be just about perfect. Oh, let's talk about some Mattel DC Multiverse. You know my thoughts on this line. I'm waiting for that one figure to win me over. And no one figure, at least last year, or the year before. And then the year before that, maybe. none of them really won me over. But I am hearing word that some online retailers are about to get the Clayface wave into stock. I'm more interested in some of the characters from this wave than I have been in past waves, or the last few waves. Rebirth Superman's looking great. I wish that he had red... Doorbell went off. No new toys. It wasn't for me. Tear. But yeah, I wish they had put the red boots on Superman. I know this was designed or prototyped or whatever before he got the red boots, if I understand correctly. That's what I hear on the streets. The mean streets of the toy community. I'm good with the trunks being gone. I'm good either way, actually, in that aspect. But with it blue all the way down to the feet, it looks more like feety pajamas. The Two-Face I have no attachment to. Well, at least this look. I like Two-Face because... don't we all have those two sides that argue with each other every now and then? The Jessica Cruz Green Lantern. Again, I don't know this character, but I'm always down for a new Green Lantern. I don't think they could have fit any more legalese onto her back, but it's her back. I understand people that are doing ACBA poses, photos, and all that. It will get in the way, but for me, most of the backs of my figures face the wall. As witnessed with most of my customs not being painted on the back. Ooh, did I say that? I dig the DC TV shows, but I haven't watched Supergirl yet. The first season was on a channel I didn't get. Yes, I know it was a basic, but you know, situations and country living, you don't get all channels that everybody gets. So I'm not attached to the Martian Manhunter, even though it looks pretty good. But the one I'm definitely getting either way because of the new articulation, and it's a character we've never gotten, and one that I was attached to even when I was reading comics, and that would be Batwoman. Yeah, the unmasked head looks kind of plain, looks kind of like Star Wars Black Series. Any way to make a mention of Star Wars somewhere else. But I'm after the masked head, I'm after the costume. And you get to the CNC, and it's Clayface, and he looks fantastic. And this is where I realized Mattel's evil scheme. Most of their CNCs have been pretty great. Now, Dr. Psycho, not that great. I will admit, I have more love for the character than the actual action figure, but it did go on the shelf, so I can't complain too much. And that'll probably stay up there until I make a custom. But most of the CNCs have been fantastic. I wish I had got King Shark. The bat drone robot thing looked pretty cool. I can't remember the others off the top of my head because I've been ignoring Mattel for so long. But I like the Clayface, and then I realized they are putting all this money and effort into the CNCs, but not really progressing with the figures themselves. Whoa, 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 slow down, slow down. I know there's new articulation coming out. Superman sports a little bit of it. The two female characters in this wave sports more of it. And we'll have to see. But if they turn out like Wonder Girl, who is huge compared to the hundreds of figures we got before that, does it really matter? I know they changed the name of it. It's Multiverse now. But it's essentially Classics 2.0. It's not a bad strategy because they have sold figures based on people wanting the CNCs, but take some of that profit and roll it back into the figures and more people would be interested in it and you would sell more. Then you could solicit more and get more through the factory and people would like you again. NECA has revealed the packaging for their 7-inch Kratos from God of War. I somehow missed the solicitation for this. It's been a long time since I played God of War, but this figure looks amazing. And it's not just because they based the figure on me. Okay, not so much the head, but the body. You don't know what's under this shirt. And that should be out in the next couple weeks, according to NECA. NECA also announced that they are re-releasing the Ultimate Uncharted Nathan Drake. I don't remember when this came out the first time, I just know I missed it. I liked, well, I didn't play all of them, but I played the earlier Uncharted games. I dug them, and I'm always down for a great looking figure, and that should be out in May. Anybody want to talk about some Star Wars? The pre-orders for the newest case of the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series wave has went up, and along with that is new solicitation pictures. Nothing really groundbreaking here. We've seen the figures. It's just, I like looking at pretty pictures. That's what it comes down to. DJ? Shown here in a different pose from the picture we've already seen. That's amazing. I can't quite tell if he's using the photo reel. It's hard to tell in the pictures here. I have to wait to see it in person. I've heard these are hitting Canada or some place like that. I just haven't been able to get my hands on any yet. Captain Rex also looking fantastic. Just to clarify this, it's the same head sculpt. It's a different paint job. It's a different technique. It's using that printing tech on the face to make it more realistic. So it's essentially the same figure as the HasCon exclusive, well, different packaging, and I think less weapons, something like that, but better face paint. And then of course there's the Island Sun and Fun Ray. This is the one I'm looking forward to, you know, with the new face tech, looking great. You also see a picture here without her big beach towel hoodie thing, and the figure underneath is looking cool too. But I will say this, as much as I'm loving the look of the new technology on the face, Hasbro spruce it up a little bit. They all look kind of bored, you know, just like they're in a police lineup waiting to get picked. Little anger, little sadness, little happiness, or something. Or second heads. Let's start including some second heads here. That would be awesome. And that's it for this week. I've rambled long enough. But for those of you interested, if you go back and see my Jaina Solo review, my brother did see a picture of it, and yes, it does look like my mom in the 70s. But disregarding that, which is hard to unsee once I see it, I know that only affects me personally. Either way, it's a fantastic figure. If you see it, pick it up. Even if you don't collect Star Wars or the Black Series, it's just, for a mass market retail figure, Hasbro went all out on that engineering, and I want to see more of that. I'm done with talking about Star Wars this week. But if you did like the weekly, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.